On the 3rd of June 2012, a spectacle never before seen will grace the River Thames, 1,000 boats in a royal river pageant. The Port of London Authority has been heavily involved in planning the navigational safety of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee River Pageant, which includes boats large and small. This has involved a large number of meetings with Thames boat operators over the past 18 months. Today, it's the final one for the Class 5 passenger boats.
I don't think there can be any doubt that they've covered every base. Everything that could have been thought of has been thought of. You know, every scenario that could happen has been covered. And this is the last meeting today of a very exhaustive, long process. So I am confident that the day is going to be absolutely superb, very well organised, and absolutely safe for everybody.
I think that the PLA have done well in the speed in which they initially reacted 18 months ago to this plan. I think it's been quite an unenviable task for them, and I think they've approached it in the best manner they can. And unfortunately, I think they're whatever happens, they're going to get condemned in some shape or form. They're not going to satisfy everybody, and it's always going to come back on the PLA. You know, they're in a no-win situation.
That is on its final draft.
As it turned out, the final meeting was not so final. Whilst Chief Harbourmaster David PHILLIPS will endeavour to ensure the river runs smoothly, with hundreds of thousands of spectators on the streets on the day, no one can be sure whether passengers, many of them VIPs, will make it to their passenger boats on time for their departure. Another meeting will be needed to resolve this.
Now, if every single passenger vessel was delayed by 30 seconds, that doesn't sound much. But if every single vessel was delayed that much, that would extend the pageant by 40 minutes. So that gives you an idea of the scale of the problem and the importance of getting boats away on time. The way we're going to do this is we have really beefed up the marshalling effort that we're putting in. Originally we were going to leave the marshalling was going to be fairly low key, and we're going to leave it to the various boating groups. But we've decided that the Port of London Authority has got to take charge of it. We're seen as being an authority, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But the good thing is that people will generally more likely to listen to what we say. We've got people in liveried boats, in uniform, boats with flashing blue lights, so they do convey authority. And by using those marshalled boats, that is plus myself and the barrier control, the aim will be to keep everyone moving and on, but it will be a difficult job.
The PLA's marshalling effort will help to ensure that all boats can keep safe and keep pace during the 7-mile pageant through central London, a daunting task for some.
We've never done this before. It is the biggest event that's happened on the river ever, to the best of my knowledge. We are trying to put on a huge show. I'm a pilot. I drive ships. I've never done this before. So, yes, I'm nervous.
I hope if you've got any problems with that, by all means question. That's what today is about.
In order to achieve a safe event, almost 100 marshals have been appointed from within the authority and from partner organisations, bringing in expertise for areas like rowing.
With my experience from organising other much smaller flotillas, normally about 25 boats, we were initially advising the pageant office on how to do it and who to contact, who to speak to. And then it rapidly turned into, can you take over running it? So basically, I and a small team are now organising and running 268 man-powered boats.
So we had to pull people in who knew about that stuff. And we also had to pull in a whole lot of other people, such as the police.
With just weeks to go, the core team now needs to impart all the knowledge built up over the past 18 months to the marshals, who've gathered here in Gravesend for a day-long briefing with exercises to test the plan.
Today's meeting has helped because it's clarified the detail that will be in the type of vessels that we're marshalling, where they're expecting to be and how they're going to go through the bridge arches, and all the detail about in emergency what should happen and what the expectation is there, which is detail that we hadn't had up to now.
Just weeks to go, the Port of London Authority's hard work continues, and there's still more to do.